to see where stuff is and have meta breaking knowledge, so I am not able to.
It's hidden from me as well.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
here's what I'll do. I'll open it because I can open moderator view, and then I can just hide the screen. That'll work.
Yeah, that's
A valid option.
All right. Well, when last we left off, the party had found its way into a cave filled with goblins. You followed the trail that led directly from the path that you were following, the Tribor Trail. There's kind of like a little hiking trail that cut through the woods directly to the mouth of this cave. A few goblins attacked you on the outside, and the wolves within this cave here, they all seem to be mostly contented, given the fact that you've fed them a goblin.
The poor unfortunate soul.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, they ate one goblin, then we fed them the other one.
Yeah, they're kind of picking at the other one. They're not quite as hungry now. They regard you with suspicion, but they don't seem aggressive.
Very good.
So anything else anybody remembers as far as recap goes?
Last I remember, Toa here, I believe is how you say that, if I recall, was debating whether he was going to slink through the little rock outcropping here or not.
Gotcha. So
We were debating if that was a good idea to at least attempt to try and look through. However, since I
Well,
have
you
Yeah.
already looked through and couldn't see anything.
It's a little difficult to notice,
Oh.
but
Give me 1 second.
that passage that leads through this, there's actually a good amount of like height gain. It's a chimney, so it's about 10 feet up from the wolves' little den to this part of the cave.
So there is a height difference here.
There's a significant height difference, yeah.
Well, I was looking at some of my.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
sorry,
now I
not
have a-
10, not 10 feet. It's actually 30 feet.
That's a lot of feet.
It is. It's a lot of feet, indeed.
All right. Well, Toa, I would advise not going up the slippery rock slope and alerting everybody in this cave. I recommend we how about we follow Garthus here? How about we follow
Yeah.
Garthus?
You guys can try. I will make that clear. It looks like something that you could attempt if you want. You'll have to make a check, and if you fall, the resulting noise will likely be audible throughout other parts of the cave. I'll also
Another
bring that
note
up.
is,
Go
I
ahead.
believe I'm still disguised as a goblin, aren't I?
Let's find out.
Yep, you are.
Yep.
My note I left on your character is still there.
It hasn't been an hour since combat had started, because that's how long my disguise
Oh yeah,
lasts.
especially for just combat. It's like maybe 12 seconds you spent fighting. Just a few
Yeah, so-
scuffles. A lot can happen
Yeah, so
in that time.
we've been in the cave, 15 minutes at most?
If that, yeah.
I don't even think it's been 15. I think it's been 10.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
dungeons usually happen pretty quickly. So you guys need to see about using stealth to get through this cave. That's a decision that you have to make because the cave here. Let me also make some notes about the layout here. This kind of climbs. Each set here is
Yep.
a step that climbs about 5 or 10 feet.
So if we want to use this bridge, we got to go all the way around here.
Yes,
so.
precisely. Yeah, it steadily climbs, and
That's
from
another
here,
steep slope.
yeah,
That's,
from here,
that's a
Garthus-
downward slope, I'm guessing.
That's actually, yeah, this is a downward slope that comes down to this main like shaft area. And so far, you can't see much in the gloom, except for. Let me actually read the narrative blurb before it. So this is a main passage from the cave mouth. It climbs steeply upward. So like probably a good 2 or 5 feet. This is more like a set of stairs or a ramp. So the water here is pouring out due to the effects of gravity, probably from some
Right.
natural spring.
Right here, actually. That's your spring.
Yeah, though your characters don't know it yet.
Not yet.
I'm omnipresent.
It's also
Okay, so-
very dark in here. Don't let
I was
the
gonna say,
coloring
how does-
fool you.
I was like, me and Lars, or not? Is it Lars? Yeah, Lars has limited night vision, don't we, from being half elf?
Yeah, limited. So if you are, let's see what the function actually is. I don't want to trip up the session too much. I'll say you've got low light vision. You may or may not have dark vision.
I'm looking in my notes.
Yeah.
Dark vision, 60 feet.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So you can see like pretty well what's going on here. You also see a small pinprick of light around the corner here. Although you can't quite see what it is, it's a little bit obscured given the grade. It's hidden by the curvature of this passage.
That sounds like to me there might be some people around that corner.
Kind of moving and bobbing.
I think we should... Garthus, do you think we should perhaps wait here and see if that's somebody carrying a lantern, or do you think it could be a campfire, actually?
How close is it? Is it?
It's around-
30 feet?
It's right here.
Oh,
It's actually on top of the bridge.
Well, then I guess we should wait here for a moment.
I say, well, what I can try to do is use one of my cantrips to blow out his light.
I don't think that is advisable. I don't... despite all the ruckus we just made, I don't think they know we're here. And I'm trying to keep my voice down because I don't want to alert anybody again. I'm not making that mistake.
So you're trying to use prestidigitation, right?
No, actually, I just think about it. I don't think, Thaumaturgy? I don't know how to
Thaumaturgy?
pronounce it. Yeah, I don't think that can actually blow out a light, can it?
No.
Because
You
I
can
can
make
cause
them
flames
dim,
to-
though.
I can make him dim, but I can't blow it out completely.
Yeah. According to the
Okay,
spells.
well, probably not mess with it then.
Yeah, dim's better than nothing.
Well, yeah, but he would notice his light going dim for no reason.
Well, if it just went dim, maybe he'd fiddle with it a bit, and then that might give us the opportunity to
The
sneak
other thing
by.
is I would have to close to 30 feet, so he would probably get a check to see me.
Do either of you know how well goblins can see in the dark?
Well,
Yeah.
I have a goblin silhouette. He may not immediately recognize me.
That's a good point.
Garthus, how well can they see?
Pretty decently from my rememberings.
Oh, then that wouldn't do much. That might hinder us more than anything.
Yeah, speaking of, are any of you carrying torches? I don't remember any of you explicitly like lighting torches, but anybody without dark vision is going to have disadvantage on stealth checks, because if you've ever, gone across a living room in the dark where there was an end table involved.
We don't need an end table. We have a cat.
I have some torches if need be.
Okay, just
You know
keeping
what?
track of that.
Torches are already in use in the cave, so it wouldn't be out of place for us to also have a torch.
True.
Suppose not.
Say, me
I have
and Lars,
Your decision there.
me and Lars do not.
Try not to give
need
too
them,
much
is that
away.
Correct.
Well, we don't need them past 60 feet, but
Well,
Garthus is going to need them, and
Right.
okay. Pause for just a second. What are we doing with Albertine?
I'm assuming Omega.
Albertine is being run by me. He'll just be kind of quiet and help in combat.
Okay, I just wanted to see what was going on there.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty
Albertine,
sure he doesn't
tell me
have
your
dark
life
vision
story.
either.
He's
I know.
lizards.
Got the character sheet right here.
Albertine, how well can you see?
It's dark as hell in here.
So
Oh,
man.
He
when they
can't
do
see
light
well at all.
tor-
Does not have
when they
any
do
kind
light
of
torches,
vision.
how far does that extend their vision?
So torches extend bright light out to 10 feet and dim light out to 30 feet.
Oh,
Okay,
so that's
so-
not very far at all.
So we still see better than they do.
Yeah, but we still might need that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just comparing it to our dark vision. Okay.
There's no time like the present.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yes.
we gotta do. we got to get something done because they're not getting ready to get themselves.
Pass me one of them torches, and I'll start walking slowly up the hill.
Okay, you can have one of mine. So I have 10 here. I can't. Let me reduce that count by 1. So I have 9. To light it. I have a tinderbox too, so I can light that.
I also have Sacred Flame I could light it with.
So
I'm assuming lighting it with Sacred Flame will not be an issue.
well, I'd
Okay.
recommend that you not do that because my tinderbox does not have limited use by the looks of it. So
So
I mean,
you're,
neither does my Sacred Flame, so...
you're sure about using that torch? When you light it up around this corner here, you see that the light is very brightly illuminates the face of Garthus, who's very clearly not a goblin just by height, like stature alone. Goblins are at most like 3 to 4 feet. Garthus is a good like 5 something.
true, there's a shadow cast. Oh, I'm handing it to him, so I'm deciding if he wants to light it or not. So
Hmm.
I'm handing it to Garthus.
We still got somebody disguised as a goblin. We may want them to take point, and then I'll follow not too far behind in the dim parts of the light.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay.
So let's rearrange. Step back, Garthus.
No, I stand.
Very good. There we go. Just so we're not around the corner yet.
Actually, yeah. It's what? Like, oh,
Okay, let me step back. I'm sorry. I'm
It's
bumping
okay.
into you. I'm
Okay.
trying to not get too close to the wolves.
That light flicker, was that on the bridge above
It was.
us? or
It
is
was
that
on the bridge. So a rickety bridge spans the passage, connecting 2 tunnels that are 20 feet above the stream. So you can't really quite see what's going on up there, but you can see the light emanations. Like it's blocked kind of by the side, like
Guardrail.
guards,
the
guardrails.
banister.
Yeah. Yep.
So, I would say it's running water underneath the other side. It was like, if something were to happen to the bridge, it's like this other path is technically climbable, yes?
Yeah. Your
But it's gonna be
characters-
noisy.
Yeah, your characters also don't know 100% that it connects. It's kind of a gamble.
Yeah. So that's what I'm just trying to figure out. Is I'm thinking about setting the bridge on fire. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, then you
Okay.
should just say that. It's going to be fine. Remember, Toa. Before you get all sparky walky happy here, we're here to rescue our employer. We don't want to be making a ruckus until we have to.
That's true. Is the light that's sitting on the bridge just sitting there, or is it moving?
It's
moving
kind of
slightly.
moving a little bit. Looks like it's being held.
I guess we could just wait to see if it passes.
That's what I said to do.
So you guys wait a little bit.
I would say you can give it a couple of minutes to see if he's just walking through, or if he's
Let's
actually
observe the light and see what it does. I'm down for that.
Pretty quickly, like within a few seconds, you realize that it's not going anywhere. Whoever or whatever is on this bridge, if anything is on there, as the light movement would suggest that there is, but don't know for sure. Does not
Well-
appear to be moving.
Well, then my guess is it's just a hanging lantern. I think it's safe for us to move forward.
Hey Lars, do you have a spell that you could like fire across his bow to see if he'll run?
Yes, but I'm not going to do that. It's going to make a lot of noise. We're in the cave. It's going to echo. You know, a frost ray isn't exactly quiet.
I guess. What do we think here, Garthus? Do we just ignore it and move on and risk getting Goomba stomped?
You
Yeah,
are
let's just walk.
walk quietly. You are a goblin, remember. If they see your silhouette from a distance, they probably won't think much of it. It's only if you're up close they may go, "You're not one of our friends."
Okay. Well, I
Yeah,
will
that'll hit him with a
carefully-
spear.
I will carefully attempt to walk underneath the bridge.
Okay, all right. So everybody following, Toa needs to make stealth checks. I'll allow a group stealth check, which means everybody makes stealth checks, and whoever gets the highest, I'll go. with that
Okay.
one.
Let
That
me.
Dice are over here.
Oh,
Oh, I
okay.
was just.
Oh, there's a tower now.
Yeah.
Oh
added
yeah,
one.
we got a tower.
Didn't get to use it last time. Oh no!
Let's go. I
But-
hope you two
what-
can do better than that.
Okay. I have a +2 to stealth, so here we go.
Here we go.
Okay, so a 9.
And you want me to roll as well, even though I'm the goblin?
No.
Yes, you're rolling.
Albertine also has to roll.
Okay.
I assume you're not rolling for stealth.
I don't think so. I shouldn't
We're-
have to.
We're
Let's get the
pretty
bad
quiet.
rolls out of the way first.
Okay, so your highest roll is going to be a 9, right? All right.
That-
Yes.
That's not.
I'm going to make
cut it.
another roll. You don't know what this roll is for, and then some stuff may or may not. Oh, okay.
Well, his eyes didn't work, so.
Well. So you all kind of creep underneath this bridge, unseen. And as you grow closer, you see a creature on the bridge who's kind of idly, like, twiddling his thumbs. He seems to be, like, trying to balance the torch in the palm of his hand. Seems pretty bored.
Anybody have a gentle breeze? Just knock the torch out of his head with the breeze.
I mean, my equipment would not be gentle.
I have prestidigitation or whatever you call it. If I can get within 10 feet, I can blow it out.
Actually, I have an idea. I could try to charm him to get him to come down and have a chat with us.
Charm him to go drown himself.
Could, you could.
Yeah. So I only have one spell slot left, so I wouldn't be able to do anything with my cantrips after. But I do feel like I can speak Goblin. This might actually be rather useful.
Just so you're aware, cantrips don't use up spell slots.
Right, that's what I was saying. But Charm Person does. But that's what I'm saying.
Okay. I misunderstood what you said then. Okay.
My spell is a cantrip, so I could use it again if need be.
Well, I would say we could try to charm him to get information out of him, or we could try to blow the torch out and murder him. What say you?
I'm just thinking gentle breeze knocked the torch out of his hand because he's balancing it. He's trying to like balance it on the palm of his hand.
I don't have a gentle breeze.
Darn.
And he's also 20 feet up, so you wouldn't be able to reach him with it.
Well-
Depending on the range of the spell.
It's a 10-foot spell.
Ah, well.
It's okay, get on my shoulders.
Could we do that?
mean-
I climb up on his shoulders to get the extra height,
I would
and I roll for like
require...
dexterity or something.
Yeah, it'd require like a dexterity check, but if you rolled well enough, then sure.
Let's do it. We already got our bad rolls out of the way. Let's do it.
Sure,
I'm down. I'm down.
sure. This sounds funny.
All right. I'm gonna need
So,
acrobatics.
what are we
checks.
rolling for specifically?
Acrobatics. Acrobatics checks from the both of you.
Okay, I have a
feel like
+2 to
the
that.
bridge while they
I have
do
a
this.
+1 to that, so
Okay.
I'm feeling good.
So you roll first.
Okay. There we go.
8.
Okay.
And what do I roll?
Acrobatics. Yeah.
I have a +2 to acrobatics. Okay, so that's a 14 for me.
All right. So Garthus shakily has you on his shoulders, attempts to lift you up, but midway through, you shift your balance just wrong. You tumble down, and it makes kind of like a scraping, thumping sound that echoes. The goblin turns, and he yells something in Goblin that only people who speak that language will understand.
I yell back at him. Nothing bad happened.
He like peers over the ledge at you and like sticks his torch out. I'm gonna need a dexterity saving throw from Lars and Garthus because you're kind of on the edge of the shadow.
Oh boy.
Okay. I'll roll first since I'm the one who
Okay.
fell. Let's see, my dexterity. I don't have any bonus to that, so.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no. For a saving throw, I have a +2 actually.
I've got a +1.
Ooh. Okay. he notices Garthus. His eyes kind of bug. He yells something else in Goblin and begins to point and kind of runs back along this path.
Oh no.
I guess you can DM it to me because I speak Goblin. What did he say?
Let me.
Toa, perhaps we can still save this. Pretend that you took us prisoner.
That's not gonna. Well, hold on.
You can talk to them. Say.
We need to get out of the mouth right now.
What?
Go into the cave where either the wolves are or out of the cave. Water's coming. Go now.
Okay.
Just to the dog cave we go.
Lars, you need a frost ray. Oh no, that won't work. Go into the cave.
Nice doggy.
Either that
He's
or we
getting
need to
really
get
cramped
out
in there.
early.
But he's fallen over. All right.
Just over here by the wall.
Okay.
Yeah. There we go. There we go.
Nice
Dear heavens! I think I stepped on someone's spleen.
Yeah.
Oh.
So for the record, the goblin said something about a flood. I'm assuming there's water coming.
Sure enough, momentarily you see a tremendous gush of water. There's a roar, and this entire passage gets swept away by a torrent of water that splashes out into the open area. You just barely get out of the way in time.
Whew. Thank you.
Say, Garthus, is that what it's like on the ocean?
No. I mean, yes, there's water, but not that much. There's more, but typically you don't get that close to the water, so...
Oh, I heard people tell of tales of typhoons and stuff like that. I thought maybe it was something similar.
No, that's not an everyday thing.
Oh, okay. Well, that's pleasant.
Mostly just a Tuesdays thing.
Okay, well, what are we supposed to do now? We appear to be stuck here, and I think they know we're here. Maybe they think we got flushed away? Maybe?
We can twiddle our thumbs and wait.
Has the water,
Yeah, it's beginning to trickle out.
Okay.
There's kind of a bunch of the stones which were previously moist are glistening and wet and look pretty slippery at this point.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well,
Should we try to dry them?
Sidebar: have you guys ever seen Home Alone?
I have.
yes.
I know what's going to happen if we
All right.
step on these things. Well,
We could try to dry them.
all right. Well, plan B. Toa, I think it's time that you sneak through the other way around and see if you can tell them that this was all a big misunderstanding. There's the little crevice up there.
I would need to climb 30 feet. Let me see real quick. That would be an athletics check.
Close. That would be a second here. That would be a dexterity. Hold on. Yeah, it would be an athletics check. Never mind.
Okay, athletics. I'm +1 athletics. Well, if you got nothing, Garthus, if you want to stand by in case there is pain and misery at the top of this cliff.
I don't
Maybe
think
you
I
can
can
help
fit
lift
through
me
there.
But you should be able to fit through there. Through
Okay.
a squeeze. It looks like you could do it.
It'd make a
but it
lot of
would
noise,
be-
I'd imagine.
It would be very noisy if you fell, and also very painful. Yeah.
Well,
Well,
okay. Well, let's weigh our options here.
Garthus
We
could help me get up there, right? Not necessarily climb up himself.
Yeah, I guess I could give you a little push to get going.
Or at the very least, help catch me if I fall.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that. I'll spot for you.
Okay, if we are climbing up there, me and Albertine will watch from this end to see if anyone comes down.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
You should all have around 50 feet of rope in your adventuring packs, just to make you aware of that.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
I always forget everything that's in the adventuring packs because...
Yeah, that's why I go through the effort to re-add them because it lists everything that's in there instead of just listing it as like Adventurer's Pack or Dungeoneer's Pack or whatever.
Yeah, I do have a 50-foot rope in there.
Okay.
Nothing else that looks like it'll be too useful.
Well, I'm gonna tie fancy ship knot at the end and try to toss it up there and hope I catch on something.
Okay. The rock is mostly smooth. You'd have to get it right through the hole in order to really anchor it.
It's all good. I'm all about throwing things.
Okay.
He is good at that.
Make an athletics check.
Okay.
To the dice tower.
Yeah.
To the dice tower we go! And I've got +4 on athletics, so... Unless I roll terrible.
It makes it most of the way. The rope rushes forward and then falls limp, and the whole thing kind of coils on the floor by you. The wolves growl a little bit and are kind of staring at you. They seem a little bit
Agitated?
They seem a little bit unsure of what you're doing. Come on, it was just there. Why can't?
Just drop them there, it'll be fine.
I'm gonna try to get down on their level and attempt to pacify them peacefully. Like that they're there, it's okay.
Alright,
You're
animal
fine.
handling check.
Oh boy.
Should I be helping him with this? I have +3 animal handling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And I've got a +2, so
Yeah, you roll first, I'll roll second.
what's the worst that could happen? There we go.
Okay.
Oh, where'd my dice go?
Luck is on your side. Your nerves are on edge. That's really giving you a bonus. You're really on your game, as they say. The wolves seem to calm down, and a few of them tear strips of flesh off of the deceased goblin in the middle of the
Right.
room.
I'm not looking.
Yeah, you need to look out on the pathway, Lars. Do
I'm
not.
Yeah.
trying, but all I hear is the flesh tearing in my ear. I
It's a very-
don't like it.
Very visceral sound.
Don't worry. It's just
Anyway,
don't worry about it.
Echo rolled a 1 to comfort me.
if you want to try again,
Yeah, let's try that again. What's the worst that could happen? I roll a 1 and then agitate everyone with a rope?
Let's find out.
So that's a 13 after the athletics bonus.
okay. It lands for a minute and stays put, but it is not like latched onto anything. So if you put any weight on it, it will slide back down.
Oh. Well then.
Are we gonna have
Looks
to try
like
that
there's
again?
it looks like there's a very small opening that's kind of up and behind something. So it might take a good amount of tries to kind of alley-oop it over. It's just like not a great angle. Plus, you don't have anything metal or hook shaped. If you had a grappling hook, that'd be one thing. This is just a piece
Yeah,
of
that's
rope.
fair.
How tall is this? He said it's 30 feet.
30 feet up before it opens up into another chamber.
Okay. I guess we could go option 2. I could try to climb it, and Garth is catches me if I fall.
Yeah,
Alright.
and once you reach the top, you can see if there's something to tie the rope off onto.
Yes,
I
tie the rope around you before you climb up. That way we don't forget it.
I mean, the rope's already up there, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's just kind of resting on some rocks. If it's brushed the wrong way or tugged on by accident, it can fall loose.
I
That's
mean,
why I say you need to tie it around you, so that way if you get up there and you
that's
alert
good.
somebody, you can tie it to something quickly and let us climb up behind you.
Well,
I guess.
Albertine, where
Albertine's
did you
gone.
go?
Albertine is gone!
I guess I'm
All right.
watching myself now.
Alright, I guess if you want to help tie that down real quick, Garthus, I'll make the climb.
He had a delivery show up just a second. He'll be right back.
Okay.
He'll tie it to you. It's like tie it to your belt kind of thing. So that way you have all your hands and limbs free.
Yeah.
So you can do it. Just tie it to yourself and do your
difficult-
climbing check.
How difficult does this look? Like you said, it was smooth rock earlier.
It looks doable. If you're someone who is good at climbing, like if you have proficiency in the skill or a decent bonus, it looks like you would be able to do it. There's like a good chance of success, but it also looks like failure would be very painful. Not kill you painful, but like need to take it easy for a while painful.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm not confident on the climb.
Well, then what other options do we have then?
Well,
we
with
can go home alone.
Yeah.
With the water receding in my goblin silhouette.
I mean, the water, the stones are
and
wet,
Albertine.
but they as long as you walked carefully and made sure that you weren't being reckless. It's not like every step is a banana peel. Like you
It's not like
probably
it's made of
be just
ice.
fine. Yeah, it's definitely not
I mean-
ice. It's summer currently, though it's cold
Well,
in the
here's-
cave. It's not freezing.
I should ask what kind of rock this is, because I've walked on like riverstone, limestone, and like river rocks. If they are wet, it is just as bad as ice.
Yeah. No, this is rougher. It's been in constant use, so it's a bit worn down. It's not as
So it's got
slick as
texture
like,
to it.
yeah, it's not as slick as like what would be at the bottom of that river.
Sorry,
Okay, so
food just got here, so I had to.
No, it's all good.
break
Me
downstairs.
and Toa were arguing.
Oh, okay,
Well,
cool.
not really. We were debating on if it was safer to try and make the climb or try and negotiate the slippery rocks. What
The
was
problem
more
is they
likely-
know we're coming from that way. And you're a goblin!
I guess. Okay. Well, Garthus, if you want to tie the rope, I'll try to make the climb. If I fall, hopefully you'll catch me so it won't hurt me as much.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. So Omega, what do we need for a roll here?
So Toa is gonna make the climb, right?
Yes.
All right. So put yourself right around here. That's the closest you can get. Looking at the zones, and then make an athletics check.
Athletics. I should have +1. Let me
Yeah.
see. Yes, I have +1. 'Cause it's
Whoever's got
minus
a-
strength and
yeah.
proficiency.
Whoever's got the highest athletic score, I'm gonna go out and say it, has the best chance of scaling this thing.
Athletic. huh?
that-
I have a -1 to that. You don't want me doing that.
I think I have a +4 to athletics.
But it's like on the
Putting that
actually, it
out
might
there.
be easier if Garthus, if you climb it first and then pull me up, and then I'm the one who goes over into the next room.
Albertine has a +6.
Albertine
I
has a
guess-
+6.
Yeah.
Let's have Albertine do it, and then have him carry me up there after he gets up there with the rope.
All right, Albertine takes the rope, uncharacteristically silent. He's being controlled by some, I don't know, sense of duty. All right, he makes it about 15 feet up before stopping to catch his breath and kind of peering down.
Okay.
And then he continues on. All right, and he makes it all the way up. Here.
Yes, does he find an anchor for that rope?
So.
Or is he
let's-
strong enough he can just carry it?
Let's figure out what happens real quick.
Oh boy.
Albertine, is
So-
everything okay up there?
You are.
Oh no.
This looks like it'll go well.
Nix that on the rope. So the rope does not come down. However, you do see Albertine back back out, kind of pale as a ghost, and motion urgently behind him.
What's the matter, buddy? What did you see?
He kind of descends very carefully, gets back on your level, and then tells you that there is a very big bugbear and a wolf right on the other side of that hole that appear to be watching and waiting.
Oh.
Huh.
He says he saw another entrance, and they were hiding behind stalagmites, just out of sight, waiting for people to enter. It would appear.
Okay. Well, we'll have to keep that in mind so we don't get ambushed if we get there.
Okay, well then, perhaps we should. I guess we only have one way we can go, and that's back up these slippery steps here.
We could try to force we could. An option, because my sacred fire reaches 60 feet. I could throw fire at them.
Does it? Do you need to be able to see the target?
Let me see. Yeah, I have to see it within range, but I could throw fire in its direction to see if they respond.
You could, although I will warn you, these characters will respond intelligently. That's something that I like to put out there, because a lot of people come into tabletop role-playing games expecting kind of like a video game type ambush, where they'll be like, whoa, something shot me in the spleen, that's really weird. What's going on? And they'll just like stand around until you shoot them to death. That's not going to happen here.
Right. I guess the question would be here, Garthos, is do we think if we try to force the encounter in this room, or should we try to just avoid the ambush entirely and just hope we don't have to go in there?
Here's my question. How far up the climb is that little gap?
It's all the way at the top, 30 feet up.
Okay. And I'm assuming it is way too small for a bugbear to climb through.
It's too small. I don't know about way too small.
Okay.
Like you could probably fit an arm or something through there, or a weapon, especially a spear.
Well, do your fireball thing if you want.
I would say that it's like Albertine. Did it appear that you were seen?
No, Albertine was not seen, I don't think. Otherwise, I don't think he would have been so calm on his way back down.
I'll also mention that because of the angle, you can't see through the hole from the floor.
Yeah. So yeah, it would be quite literally blind firing.
Yeah.
Well, think of it this way. Not only is it a 30-foot thing up, there's a little ledge you have to drop down from when you're going into that room too.
No,
so it's like at window height up there, right?
Yeah,
It's another
you're
3 feet off the floor.
It's specifically a chimney. It's not a. There's no grade here. You just climb straight up onto this ledge here. I suppose this is a little bit misleading. So you see this ledge here?
Yeah.
Right along there, that's the gap. These two walls, you can brace yourself against the walls to kind of scale directly up, and then go to this ledge.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but it's that ledge there, so can't really see much from down where you are, just because it's obscured. You'd have to...
based on our information we got from Albertine here, Lars, it looks like the shiny rocks are gonna be the way we're gonna have to do this.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Lars
There's-
puts his foot down on the rocks and gives it a good flick as it just completely slips out from under him there, purposely doing so.
Yeah. There's another passage that leads away into darkness over here that you guys have noticed. You don't know what's on the end of it, but it is something that you have not examined.
I guess we could. I would say I don't like the idea of walking directly into whatever ambush they have prepared. So we can at least poke at this other opening.
Well, here's the thing. We don't know where that other opening is. For all we know, we could peek our way around under the bridge and see where that path leads, right? Or we can look at that other chasm that we noticed earlier, which looked like quite a steep climb as well. It would probably require the use of Garthus yet again. Or Albertine.
Well, what do we think here, Garthus? Do we think it's like It's not. We're in a pretty terrible scenario either way.
Yeah, the bridge also overlooks the entire passageway, so you're pretty much exposed if you go this way.
I say we just
Well-
walk right under the bridge.
I'm kind of in agreement there. If the goblins are waiting for us in ambush in whatever room that may be, we might be able to identify the room from the other end because it had some larger stalagmites, from what Albertine said, and
we could try to do the same thing of me going first with my goblin silhouette to potentially see them first.
yeah, and you could tell us what side the if there's it would be on our right if we go up the path. It'll be stalagmites on our right, and those are what's going to get us killed if we go in that room.
Gotcha. So what are you guys doing?
Well, Garthus, if it sounds good to you, it's like I'll take point again, and we'll try to walk up to the bridge and see what happens.
Worst comes to worst, we just run straight ahead.
Slip, fall, and probably die.
Yeah,
At this
exactly.
point, we need to do something.
Yeah.
All right, so... Oops.
Alright.
Huh?
Do I see any light on the bridge as I turn the corner? Is it completely dark?
So are you all exposed, or are you letting...
I'm the only one around the
oh.
corner.
Okay,
I'm gonna stay a bit behind him.
so that
Garth is
goblin...
poking his head around.
That goblin on the top of the bridge sees you and yells something to you in Goblin.
Alright, let me see what his challenge is.
Prisoners.
Okay, I reply to him in Goblin, they are washed into the trees. You want to come down here and help me find them?
He responds something else in Goblin.
Oh man, I hate it when people say something else.
Good day.
In that case, can I... Oh, go ahead. I found a corpse. The wolves ate one of them because they ran into the cave where the wolves were.
All right. He swears and then goes off the bridge.
Tower, how's it going?
The what? Was Tola dead?
Well, So, good news, bad news, gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
The good news is he moved off peacefully. The bad news is he's probably bringing help.
Mm-hmm.
The probably whoever is above him is coming down here.
Okay.
So we either need to not be here when he gets here, or we need to wait in ambush.
I say we ambush with the wolves.
I
did
agree with
tell
that.
him-
I agree with that.
I did tell him that a goblin got eaten by the wolves in the cave, so they will be coming into the cave.
Perhaps
So-
we should backtrack outside of the cave.
If we want to wait in ambush So basically what I told him is that the flood washed us out into the woods. I asked him to come help look for you. He
Mhm.
refused, and then he asked what happened to the other goblins. And I said at least one was eaten by the wolves in the cave. So now he's going to inform someone, and I'm assuming they're going to come down here to come kill the wolves.
Mm,
You sure about that? I mean, if you say so.
That, from the conversation I had with the
If they're
goblin,
gonna
that's
kill
how
the
I
wolves, then
understand it.
I'm freeing the wolves.
I think that's a good idea as well.
And
I'm going to stand back a bit while you and Albertina take care of that.
Lars,
I'm not
let's
equipped for this.
withdraw into the woods.
What?
Preferably into the bushes.
By myself?
The two of us. I don't
I-
want to be here when that guy comes out.
But you're the goblin!
Yeah, and he's gonna ask why I wasn't with the other goblin. I'm assuming their boss knows what their other goblins look like and realize I'm not supposed to be here.
All right, while you guys are
what-
talking, you begin to hear heavy echoing footsteps down the passageway and some grumbling and growling.
All right,
All right,
well,
I'm
I'll
bringing the
go.
wolves.
Lars, can you set me some ice on the pathway so they slide?
Albertine skedaddles.
Already slick.
Yes, make it ice.
If I shoot an ice ray, they're gonna see it.
There he goes.
Okay, well then skedaddle then. Get out,
I'm
Take him.
hiding around the corner on the rocks.
Got him.
I'm hiding. I don't know. I guess I could hide in this bush. I don't know.
Might want to adjust your lift height.
Yeah, maybe. All right.
Man is sky high.
Yeah, okay, make a strength check for each wolf you're attempting to free.
All of them. All of them must be freed.
Okay, one at a time. The heavy steps get closer and closer. Okay, the first one, chain comes loose. It's rusty, poorly kept. Good swing from your hand axe is enough to sever it. The wolf looks at you just kind of with wide canine eyes, and then does not
be
move.
free.
It doesn't know what's going on. It seems a little bit agitated too. It kind of stands away from you because it looks at your weapon like these large, fearful eyes. The second
Alright.
chain also comes free without much work. There's just one left.
All right, let's get the last one. And then I'm putting my weapon away immediately to kind of like, hey, wolves, it's okay.
Okay, what's your strength score?
+2.
+2. Okay, the last chain is kind of stubborn. You break the link almost in half, but it's just kind of stuck. Like it's open, but not in such a way that the latch would come free.
Okay. Time to take a second swing at it and hope that it gets the wolf off before Thumpy shows up. If I have time to.
Okay, go ahead.
Alright.
I also whisper over to Lars, is like, there may also be more water coming if this goes poorly.
Oh
Ooh,
no.
you miss. There's a resounding crack off of the stone, and what you see is a large, heavy body blocking the entrance, and a voice that booms. Who dares invade the cave of Clarg?
Oh, don't worry. I'm just doing a regular wolf checkup. Your pets here were starving.
Clarg keeps the wolves hungry so they are more vicious.
Yeah, but they're gonna die if you keep them hungry. That's not good.
Clarg cares not for wolves,
Except for, and he's got like a wolf at his side.
except for this one. His name is Ripper.
And the bugbear grins, and you see his mouth is full of sharpened teeth.
Would you like to
Oh, no.
find out why?
And I think
Not
that's
Not
That's a-
particularly, no.
yeah. I think that's a good spot for a little break. We'll meet
Oh, no.
back in about 20 minutes.
All
Dramatic
right.
timing.
Put the stream on pause. All right. See everybody in a minute. And we're back.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna need everybody to roll initiative.
Oh, we're fighting. Okay.
Okay, I will roll first because I'm eager beaver.
Let me just
I
Off to a
appear to have gotten
great
tangled
start.
in the bush. I have a +2 to initiative, so that's a 4. But yeah, I'm very tangled in bush right now. Lost. Tower. This is why I said I didn't want to get in the bush.
Mm. So that's a 15 for me on initiative.
it's a 15 for me, Chief. Okay. Let me hold on to that number for just a minute.
Yep. I'm holding, but it's real heavy.
I gotcha. I'm working as fast as I can. Let me put the music back on.
Okay, I have a +0, so I rolled 13.
Got to remember those numbers. I have yet to write them down.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, Garthus rolled a 15 total, right?
Yes.
Alright, Toa rolled.
13.
Lars,
I rolled a 4 total.
4.
And then Albertine needs a roll.
Albertine is gonna get a... Very nice. A 6. Alright, so his companion Ripper seems to take the initiative here. It charges forward and kind of corners you, tries to pin you against this wall. It approaches and just kind of growls and snarls. It hasn't attacked yet, but it's clear it wants to get you into a corner where you can't maneuver and can be easily subdued.
Hi, little buddy. How you doing?
Yes, it is your turn. After
Oh, it is? Okay.
The other wolves seem to regard it with distrust.
They regard Ripper with distrust.
That is correct.
Okay, we're fighting Ripper. Right away. It's spearing time, I say, and then I stab it with a spear.
I love it when he said it's spearing time and speared all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
It's my favorite part.
Alright. Here goes nothing. Oh. Well, that's
Alright,
a
I'll
roll,
count
I
it.
guess.
It's not cocked. Technically, it works. What did you get?
That's an 18.
That hits. Roll damage.
Alright. Let me see. It's been a minute since I've used the spear. It's a d6 plus 6? Because that's a +4 and then +2? Am I reading that right?
So you roll a d6 and +2 to the result, I think is what that means.
Yeah, say
No.
it one more time.
So I have 1d6 +2, and then above that there's a +4 in pink.
That's to the roll. So you rolled a 22 to hit.
Okay. Gotcha.
The +2 is to damage.
Got it. Dice tower, go.
Go burr.
Actually, this is probably a terrible die to put down a dice tower.
It worked.
Okay, so 5.
5 damage, okay.
And then I think I have a follow-up attack that I can make with that does... Where's the thing? Take the attack action with the... Yep. Then I get to roll a d4. Wherever the d4 went to. Oh, it's up there. I'm gonna... where did it...
You sent it into the hideout.
No, it's up
Where?
here. D4 right there.
Oh, okay. Let me... There we go.
Okay. That's 2 plus, I think, your strength bonus.
Weapons damage for this die.
Have you
is
rolled
a d4?
Have you rolled to hit yet? Because you have to roll.
Oh, right, I didn't. Thank you for reminding me. That is my bad. I forgot that it's a second thing. Oh, well.
Ooh.
Okay, so are you making an unarmed strike, or are you just attacking again with...
So it follows up with... So basically it's a follow-up with the back end of the spear. You, like, stab and then flip it to the back to smack him with the butt end of it.
Okay.
And it
All
uses...
right. Go ahead.
It uses the same ability modifier as the primary attack, so...
All right. So the wolf falls over, limp, lifeless, with a very pitiful yell. The other three wolves in the cave eye the wolf, and then they turn their attention to the Clog the bugbear.
Oh, yeah.
Toa, it is your turn.
Okay, how do we want to do this? Can the bugbear see Lars? Like, is it obvious that he knows that we're there?
The bugbear does not appear to notice Lars, but you don't know for sure.
Okay.
I have a pretty clean shot, honestly. But I'm going to be, like, last in line, so...
Yeah.
I'm in a bush right now, so...
No, that's what they call bushwhacking.
I'm stuck
It's
in
not
the
a
bush!
It is a shrubbery.
It is shrubbery. I chose an obvious hiding spot.
So I have, 6 tiles of movement?
Yes. 6 tiles, 30 feet. Each square is 5 feet.
But rough terrain increases its cost. I recall.
So if we look at line tool, so from corner to corner, 2.5. That's 2. So each square here should be 0.5, but it's 0.9 across.
So that's what I'm trying to
There's
figure
a
out.
point I was going to make. These aren't perfect squares. But yeah, it should be 0.1. Yeah, each square is like 0.6. It's at a really weird scale, and that is to say, it's probably not scaled properly. But I think it was something like if you move 2 feet diagonally, that's the equivalent of 3 feet. So you can move diagonally; it just consumes your movement differently.
Okay. I'm debating on how I want to do this. I'm gonna...
Where are you going? Come back.
He's running away!
I want to try to loop around so that I can attack from the shrubbery. I don't want to be seen yet.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
So I'll do that. I'll just kind of like observe the bugbear. I guess technically it would be the dodge action.
Gotcha.
Or actually, I guess I could convert my action to more movement, can't I?
If you dash, you can double your movement, but you don't get any actions because dashing is an action.
Yeah, I want to dash into the shrubbery.
Okay.
Like,
The shrubbery is difficult terrain, so you can only move half of your movement once you get to the shrubbery.
So basically, something like here, you'd say.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Let's move you onto a school. Yeah, move you onto a
Something like that.
Yeah, just onto some kind of a square.
Yeah, basically just dives across the river into the shrub.
Gotcha. All right. Anything else you want to do?
Let's see. My only bonus action is healing word, which I don't see a reason to use right now, so I'm good.
Definitely no reason at all. All right. So Clark rears back and like kind of thumps his chest. And it's just like, Clark is invincible. Clark will not be taken down by puny wolves and puny invader. Ripper's death will be avenged. And he charges forward and muscles the nearest wolf out of his way, who wisely does not. I'm gonna just go ahead and delete
Yeah.
that.
He's
Good
been
idea.
eaten. He doesn't need to be here. He's pile of
Yeah.
bones.
You want me to move a little bit?
Yeah, let me
I'll move.
move.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has to
he's
muscle
a-
them out of the way. He goes in and
Muscle everyone
he
out of
attempts
the way.
attempts to strike you with his club.
Oh no.
Which is actually more of a morning star, so it's a giant club with giant ball with a bunch of spikes on it. So that's a 10. That's under your armor class.
Yep, I have 16. What was that? I think Garthis will not be defeated by puny Clark.
All right.
Large yells.
That's all it does with its attack. Albertine kind of creeps up. 2, 3, 4, 6. He gets to the river, and that's as close as he can get.
Okay.
Looks like he's coming to help you. Lars, it is your turn.
Okay, well, I'm going to be doing a big pile of nothing this turn by the looks of it. Yeah,
I
there's
guess-
not exactly
I
a lot I could...
You could watch the pathway to ensure no goblins are coming behind him.
I mean, that's basically what I was going to do. I was going to move up to the behind Albertine here. It's just like 1, 2, 3, just basically sit here. Out of the bush.
Oh, right. You can actually size down your
I did
character.
once. I can do it again.
Uh-oh, not up. Down. Down.
Down, boy, down!
Here, I'm now shrink.
Yeah, I like shrunk mine almost to like half his starting size just so that it would like stop bumping into other characters.
Very
Okay.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I can't really see him from this angle, so yeah, best I can do, I guess, is just watch from here and see if anybody comes in.
Gotcha. All right. So that brings it to the top of the order again. Garthus, it is your turn.
Oh, so the wolves
Right.
basically do nothing?
The wolves all seem
Yeah.
to be just kind of watching distrustfully, although you see them kind of flinch and begin to bristle and snarl when Clark attempts to swing his Morning Star at Garthus and hits some rock with it instead.
Well, it's time to beat down Clark, I guess. Let's do it. Same as second verse, same as the first. We're gonna do the same thing we just did to Ripper. Down goes the attack roll. That's a 9 plus what was it? 4 to the rolls, so 13.
It does not hit. He dodges out of the way. Being able to read your attacks, you telegraphed it enough, I suppose. He grins his evil grin full of spiky teeth and is just like,
Clark will eat human tonight.
No, I don't think so. I'm gonna try to do that follow-up attack, but I'm gonna try to hit him right in the jaw with it.
because that's a called shot, so roll at disadvantage. You get a bonus if you succeed.
Oh, okay.
However, if you... there's less of a chance you will succeed. Oh, wow! Okay.
Knock
roll
some
again.
teeth out of him.
Roll again.
Alright. This is gonna be like a 1.
The duality of man.
Yeah. Oh,
No. Okay. So you go ahead and roll damage.
yep, where's the D4? Oh, there it is. I'm just gonna do that.
Okay, so that's 4.
Yep.
Plus whatever your bonus is.
That's 2, so 6.
Excellent. All right. He's not expecting that follow-up attack, and you whack him across the jaw, and he's stunned for a moment. It looks like his head is kind of spinning. You see his eyes kind of rolling in opposite directions as he holds out one arm for support against the cave wall.
No, Clark. No eating human today.
All right. Toa, it is your turn.
Alright. I'm gonna move up to about here, about the mouth of the cave. It's still in the bushes, in the tree line.
Okay.
And I'm going to observe the pathway, waiting for more victims.
Okay. All right, and that's your turn.
Yeah, I don't really see anything else to do.
It is at this point that the wolves that are unbound 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. They shoot out of the cave mouth like bolts of furry lightning. 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. One is still bound, and it seems to be struggling against its chains, trying to follow the others. The bugbear spends its turn just kind of regaining its bearings and shaking its head, and picks up its morning star and weakly lobs it your way, but the movements are slow and sloppy and easy to dodge. Albertine kind of splashes up the path behind you, sees the one wolf, which snaps at him and kind of growls and retreats into a little bit of a corner. Anyways, he sees Clarg, going to level an attack at Clarg. Use his longsword. Okay, that's a miss. Clarg does a Mr. Magoo and like ducks just in time. The sword wishes overhead. That is what happens here. Lars, it is now your turn.
Okay.
Oh wait, hold on a minute. I think this would be be flanking actually.
Oh, true.
So that means that it's to roll with advantage.
Oh.
Okay, so that is a 14. Still a miss. Nothing changes. Okay, Lars, whatever you're going to do now is your chance to do it.
Well, I mean, it's gonna be hard to get in there, honestly.
Yeah,
Kind of why I'm just hanging out. There's no reason for me to stick my head in there and get instantly killed.
I mean, I'm tempted just to stick my head in there and freeze this dude.
You need line of sight in order to cast those spells, and currently
I
it is
do.
blocked.
I would need to
because-
basically get into here.
Yeah.
Basically, I'd need this tile. I don't exactly fancy standing in the water, honestly.
You can just barely see Albertine. You can't see anything else.
Yeah, that's why I was saying if I did it, I'd have to move in there, which is not ideal.
You got any support stuff you can send Albertine's way then?
Let's see. No, I don't.
Okay.
So, I guess I will, just stay here and keep an eye on Albertine's back and just watch that. See if something sneaks up on him. That's all I can really do, I guess.
Okay, Garthus, it is your turn. You are still kind of pinned in this corner.
Okay. Well, that's fine. I'm just gonna keep doing what I've been doing.
All right, since Albertine is behind you, you can now roll with advantage because you are flanking Clarg.
Hooray!
So roll twice for every attack and choose the higher. Not bad. That's definitely a hit. Roll to see if you crit.
Oh.
Oh, wow!
Kid.
All right,
20.
go ahead and
This
roll your
guy's
attack.
protagonist privilege.
I suppose so. So the way this works is the die damage will be
Mhm.
doubled.
Okay.
So if you were to roll 1d6, you'd instead roll 2d6.
Okay, so roll a second d6 or
Yeah,
double
just-
the 3.
Just roll a second one, or you
Okay.
could just double your first result.
Too late. I'll take my 4 plus 2.
Okay, 4 plus 2, another 6 damage.
And we're gonna do the bonus attack too.
Okay,
Why not?
That is also flanking, yes.
Oh,
yeah.
17. Roll again.
Maybe this time I'll actually manage to land it in the tower.
It's tricky, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
17 will be the number you
So
take.
that hits. Go
Alright.
ahead and
That's
roll damage.
D4 plus 2.
Alright, so that's 4 damage.
That's 10 total.
Yeah, he's looking pretty beat up. You see bruises and cuts, moving a little bit more sloppily. His eyes are no longer rolling in opposite directions, and now they're very bloodshot. He's got this look in his eyes, like he's going to skip killing you and go straight to eating you.
Are you sure you don't want to give up right now, buddy?
He starts foaming at the mouth a little bit, and he doesn't say anything.
Oh, what a bubbly personality.
It's Toa's turn.
Okay,
Everybody knows that personality is in the saliva.
Oh, yeah.
the thing is, I'm feeling kind of useless just twiddling my thumbs here.
I mean, what else can you do? You could go past them maybe and stand on the rocks over there, but
Would I have line of sight from this tile?
yes.
From that one, yeah.
That's why I said I was gonna. If I was gonna attack, I would have to stand there.
So these wolves, GTFO, they're gone
Okay,
Yeah.
bye.
off the map.
I'm going to actually advance up here, counting on the fact that Albertine should at least provide me some help against Krog here if he tries to come at me. Where's my... Here we go. And I will use Sacred Flame,
Cool.
which...
That's an attack
I
roll,
make-
I believe, right? Or is it a
Yes.
dexterity save? Excellent. Okay.
It's dexterity... it's an action. Target must succeed a dexterity saving throw or take 1d8 radiant damage.
Alright. What's your DC? What's your
Uh,
difficulty class? I should say at the top of your spells.
The top of my spells.
Yeah. If you have trouble finding it.
Spell
12?
save DC 13.
13. Got it.
13
Alright, he
on
saves.
dexterity.
Does it take half damage on a save or no damage?
Let me see. I'm assuming no damage. It doesn't say take half damage on successful save.
Gotcha. Yeah. Is that dexterity or wisdom? Or...
It says dexterity. Dexterity
Dexterity.
saving throw.
He dodges out of the way, kind of spins around to see you. It's clear that he's a few
Oh, no.
what's the word for it? Something's short of a bushel. Yeah, he goes ahead and attacks you next. Oh, whoops! That was
Lovely.
yeah. He attacks you, Toa. So he's going to level his Morning Star at you.
Is he at disadvantage because Albertine's there? Or?
No, that only works one way, and it's for flanking. So what is your armor class?
I think it's 10.
10. All right, that definitely hits.
Lovely.
Yeah. Lovely indeed. All right, so it's 8 plus 3 plus
Instant death.
2. Take 15 piercing damage as he clobbers you with his Morning Star. It hits you full on in the side of your body.
Yeah,
Goes
I only have
flying
7
down
hit
the
points
hall.
to give.
All right.
We send his body flying out the side of the cave where
Yeah, why not? It
where Lars is.
not quite that far. It just sends you flying like 5 feet into the river.
Just enough for Lars to see.
Yeah, heavens!
Yeah, the river, which is turning a little bit red.
Oh, come on, why did you do that? That's why I didn't go in there!
Albertine.
thought- Thought that
You can't speak, Toa, you're dead, you're gargling.
Yeah, I know.
Albertine, seeing this, kind of weighs the odds here. He's gonna do a little bit of rolling. All right, he turns and he goes after you, leaving him open to an opportunity attack from Clark, who attacks again.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Albertine's
And
sense of duty there.
hits. Or actually, I'll say that Albertina's smart enough to disengage because he's not doing anything else.
Okay.
So he prevents an opportunity attack. He also does not have any actions to do anything this round.
Albertine's divine guidance saved him again.
Doesn't have any actions left over, so he can't really do much. But he gets out of there, out of the cave. And it is now Lars's turn.
Lars is gonna take a a few steps back here after
Oh, that's a
seeing
body.
Toa
I
What?
guess he can't help me.
I mean,
Well, no,
that's-
I don't think there's anything I can do to help him. Is there? I don't have any spells.
You can make a medicine check to stabilize him. That would basically be you like putting him out of critical condition. So if there's just like a giant bleeding wound, that would
Could-
be you very quickly tying a tourniquet around it.
Could
Um,
I drag him out of the tunnel's mouth first, then do that?
Sure, I'll say that's difficult terrain.
So I would move it only like 3 tiles. Basically, I would want to
Yeah.
go 1, 2, 3, like drag him right here, basically.
yeah,
Or where do you only
drag
make
him
it here?
there. Yeah, right around there. That's good.
Okay.
And
No, I would
then,
drag him out of the mouth, out of the river,
Yeah, and then make a
and
medicine
then I take
check.
a medicine check.
Yep.
What is my medicine? I have a +1. Okay, is what? Roll a d20.
Mhm.
Okay. Lars, my name is Lars, not you, Toa. I'm gonna say. I'm sorry.
Oh, God.
I'm fumbling with my hands again. Oh dear heavens, there's so much blood.
Your hands
Is
are
there a
wet.
bone sticking out?
Yeah.
I think ribs are supposed to be there.
All right, Toa, you automatically fail 1 death save.
Oh dear,
no.
I don't think that was supposed to come out. I gotta put that back in there. I gotta put that back in.
Oh God, what is this? A spleen? All right. Anyway, that's top of the round. Garthus, it is your turn again.
Okie dokie, let's do it again. You know what? Sure. Oh,
Yeah. All right.
okay.
Go ahead and
Let's roll the 2d6s.
roll damage.
A 4 and a 3 plus
7
2.
plus 2. All right, that's 9
Nine.
damage. All right. So there's a rule of how do you want to do this when it comes to D&D. So if you get the killing blow, you can, I don't know, do some sort of Mortal Kombat fatality if that is suited to your tastes. For your
The problem
information,
is that way.
this does kill the bugbear.
You should totally like climb on his back, drive your sword into his neck, and decapitate him, and
Or
then
the
hold it
spear.
up with your spear.
Problem is I only have spears.
Okay, then climb up his back using your spears, and then plunge it into his skull. One of your other spears.
Just like the back of his neck. It'd be
Yeah.
like,
He's got like 3 spears sticking out of his back. and
What?
Garthus
What did I
just
get an
uses them
extra?
He only has 2.
to- Sorry, my mind is veering into anime territory.
Okay,
Mine was 2.
it's okay. Mine was going towards the Bloodborne route, so we're not going there.
Do it, do it, do it.
No, the
Yeah,
Bloodborne
yeah,
route is
yeah.
disgusting, so we're just gonna take your idea.
Aw, I like the disgusting one where you
All
just
right.
invert him.
No, you haven't seen the visceral attack you can do on pigs in Bloodborne, so
Probably not.
yeah, don't look at it.
okay.
We're gonna jump onto his back and just drive a spear straight into his neck.
Okay. Yeah, the spear sinks in, and his eyes kind of widen. His face goes blank. He falls really heavily with one of his arms kind of smacking the chain, letting the final wolf loose. Had enough weight
Goodbye,
to
puppy.
disturb that length. It like, shoots out. If you've ever seen a dog like run across the kitchen,
Yeah.
out of there.
Good work, Garthus. We kind of have a problem out here, though.
All right,
Heal it.
make a death saving throw, Toa.
Oh boy.
There's a very small chance. There's a 5% chance you will just die.
Yeah, I was like, you realize what my previous rolls on these have been.
gonna be great.
Unless it's a 1, you'll be fine.
Oh, that
Ooh.
one scared me for a
Yeah,
second.
it popped up for a minute. All right, you're fine. You survive long enough for Albertine to approach you, and he touches you, and you feel life return to your body. Your wounds feel several days old at this point. Still definitely like problematic, but not super duper.
Not
awful.
immediately life-threatening.
Yeah, restore yourself to 3 HP.
To 3, okay.
Oh dear heavens, Toa, are you okay?
Yeah, figures the only guy who has specialized stability cantrip is the guy who gets immediately one-hit KO'd.
You absolute dunderhead! You were supposed to be the one that stays back in case one of us gets speared. Why did you run in there?
By the way, he is no longer a goblin. His concentration lapsed when he got KO'd.
Yeah.
Let me get rid of that note. There we go. He no longer has his goblin note.
Yeah, all right. So what's your guys' next move?
Search Clark for keys. Search Clark for keys.
Okay.
Oh yes, that's a good idea. Search him for whatever he has.
Fabulous loot!
Yeah,
Loot!
just
Loot!
well, not necessarily loot, but because we have prisoners to go free, and I'm not sure if they're locked up or something.
Keys are loot as well.
He does not have anything on him. No keys. No like anything valuable except for the Morning Star. It's old and poorly kept, but it looks like it was at one point a fine piece of weaponry, and it would probably still work for anybody strong enough to wield it.
Perhaps Albertine could use it.
Yeah, let's pass that to Albertine for now.
Okay. Albertine.
What about the dog? Does the dog have anything?
No, dog doesn't have anything, not even a collar.
Just
his
some
teeth
mangy fur.
have, however, been sharpened. You can kind of see it. It looks unnatural, like compared to the other wolves.
Are they worth money?
The teeth?
No!
Make a history check.
Alright, what is my history rating? +3.
+3.
Probably not.
Yeah, you know that people will buy monster teeth, however, wolves are common enough that they're probably not worth anything.
Okay.
Should have checked the bugbear's teeth.
I mean, we can still do that.
I mean, I can do that. No, that's out of character for Lars, though, so I'm not going to. So, anyway.
All right.
Let's... I guess we should be finding our employer, yeah?
Yep. I say we start making our... did we ever hear Clark declare his name at all, or
You did.
I don't think he. Okay.
Yeah,
He was
Clark-
constantly
Clark said it
referring
when
to
he
himself
approached you.
in
Oh,
the
right,
third person.
right.
Yeah, he was constantly like referring to himself in the third person. So you heard it multiple times. If you are intelligent enough to put together that he was referring to himself and not talking about somebody else, but anybody
Well,
with an
you-
intelligence over 9 should be fine.
I'm an idiot.
Uh-oh.
Alright, gentlemen, we should keep in mind the goblin is still unaccounted for, so the cave's not entirely empty.
Of course it's
It's
not.
okay.
But we killed this big guy. I think we did, at least. I can see his hand poking out from the cave entrance there. Garthus, should this be something that I avert my eyes from when I walk by?
Oh, you can if you want.
I'm gonna take that as a yes. I'm gonna stay in the back. Albertine, how about you go ahead?
All right, Albertine gingerly kind of noses his head around the corner and peers at the bridge, and then peers back and relays that he can't really see what's going on there. It's really dark.
All right. Do you want me to take a peek around the corner? I have night vision, up to 60 feet.
He nods and gets out of the way for you, and then kind of...
Lars shimmies away, ensuring not to look in the room where
Good
he hears
idea.
the death rattle of Clark.
I just had an idea. Let me hear what you see first.
All right, Lars,
peeks around the corner from the base to stay as low as possible to make sure nobody can see him.
Gotcha. Make a perception check.
Perception. Okay, let me get my tablet on. It keeps turning off on me. It's in power saving mode right now.
good. I
Okay,
can check your stats if
perception
you need me to.
is. I have a +1. There we go.
Okay.
And then I can roll. I hate that it just falls through it. Oh, 4 total.
You are a lightning rod for adrenaline currently. All of the shadows looks like they might be hiding monsters. Really hard for you to say with any degree of certainty whether or not there's something on the bridge.
Hey, Garthus. I'm
Yeah.
thinking I could intimidate the goblins. They seem scared of Clarg. If I use Thermagy to make my voice boom, I could call out to the cave that we killed him. In Goblin.
True.
Okay.
You could.
How much of Clarg's voice did you hear?
No,
He wasn't in the room that long with him.
I'm not trying to sound like Clarg. I'm just using it to make my voice louder so the goblins would hear.
So you're going to say that you killed Clarg?
I would say that
Clarg is
that-
dead?
Clarg has been slain and the wolves let free.
Mm.
In
Sure.
Goblin?
I don't
Yeah,
I
in
don't like that
Goblin,
idea.
trying to intimidate them.
I feel like that's a good way to get our employers killed.
Yep.
Yeah, that might be.
So I think instead
Probably
of
not.
trying to, I think instead of trying to mastermind our way through this, we just sneak on up there and see if we can just find our employer and quickly get him out of here, please. Everything in here looks like it's trying to kill me.
How does the rocks look? Is it still as wet as it was earlier? I'm assuming it is, because not much time has passed.
Yeah, it's still pretty slick.
Should we consider drying it with, like, sacred fire?
You could.
I mean, the worst case scenario is we get seen. What do we think, Garthus? Do we think it's worth getting a better footing?
I'm down to fight another bugbear. Let's do it.
Alright.
Yeah, you did an excellent job, Arthur. Just remember, make sure that it's away from me when you kill it. And
Lars,
that way
you could-
I'm not in danger either.
Lars, if you could step back for a second so that I don't singe you.
Of course. Lars quickly shimmies between Garthus and Albertine, accidentally bumping them both on the shoulder as he kind of cowers behind the rock.
Alright, so I'm just gonna use Sacred Fire and just spew it down the rocks, just trying to flash the water to steam. Extend
Sacred
about 30
Flame? Okay.
Taking care not to set the bridge on fire.
All right. Make sure the pebbles do a dexterity saving throw.
So Sacred Flame, different from what the name implies, it's actually more like sunlight.
Flame like radiance descends on the creature. You see what? So
Yeah.
do I have to have a target? Is what you're saying?
So
Like,
not necessarily. The way that I run my games, you don't need a target. It's more the nature of the spell, I suppose. It's targeted on like a small area, so spreading it out. It's very bright. It's bright as sunlight, so it'd definitely be visible. Although you can still do it if you want.
Do
I
we
still
think
don't
just-
like the idea.
Okay, well, we can just hold off on it then, and then I guess just advance carefully then?
Okay.
I would much
Yeah.
rather advance carefully again. They already know we're here, but let's not let them know exactly where we are or what we're packing, yeah?
For
Maybe
all
take
they
that as
know,
reserve.
they think that Clark killed us.
I could
Yes.
try to make us sound like Clark's armor as we walk in.
The bugbear was not wearing any armor.
Well, the sound, because we could hear him coming, right?
That was just because of how heavy he was.
Wait, well, yeah, I was saying it's like I could try to make the ground shake similar to what he did to make
yeah.
to try and fool the goblin into
Pull out
thinking
a
he's
slab
Clark.
of meat and just slap it really hard against the stones every time you take a step.
Look,
I
you're
mean,
thinking too
whap,
hard about this.
whap,
We should just
whap.
advance.
Yeah, advance into the awaiting ambush. Yes.
Yeah.
We
I'm
have
down.
a second path we can investigate.
We haven't even looked at it yet. We have to look at it and see what it is. Like, come
yes,
on.
and then be shot in the back by the goblins.
You can investigate it from here, my dude.
Too much arguing, not enough walking. I'm gonna step forward.
Okay.
I agree with Gothis. Let's just go.
All right. So you go directly up this passage.
Yeah.
All right. What's your passive perception?
I don't know. 1 second.
Don't forget, you have that torch I gave you can use.
True.
Mine is 13. I should be able to see the bridge.
Doesn't matter. You hear little feet scampering from the bridge. You hear thump, 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 thump as they scamper
have-
off the bridge.
12 passive perception.
Yeah. You hear
guys.
little feet scamper off the bridge, thump, 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 into this side passageway. It kind of creaks and groans and moves just a little bit. It's actually incredibly difficult to see. Now that I think about it, unless you have a torch, you're kind of in the darkness, but you still hear the sounds over the flowing of the water.
Hey guys, I remember the goblins specifically saying first flood. There may be more water coming.
All right, I'm going to give you 30 seconds to decide what you want to do.
Okay, well, okay. What does that other path look like over there? Since we're
Yeah.
over here, what does that look
I'm
like?
dashing into where Frog,
This
fell.
passage is choked with rubble and has steep escarpments.
Great.
The
That's
ledge
not gonna
between the two escarpments is fragile looking.
What do you think, Gothis?
12, 11,
I'm gonna go for it.
10, 9,
Okay.
8,
I'm gonna
7,
follow.
6, 5, 4, 3.
Gothis,
2,
give me a hand.
one.
Here.
Here, come on.
All right. As Toa had warned, another like rush of water comes, like sweeping down the passageway.
I didn't mean to do that.
And washes out into the mainland here, the main landing outside of the cave. You get splashed a little bit, but since you're within the
Right
cave
on the
entrance, yep.
Oh, Lars's leg gets like dragged along a bit. Go, Gothis! Don't let go!
Don't worry, I've got you.
Okay. So the flood ends as quickly as it began.
I know they're talking about getting your sea legs, but I don't think this is what they meant.
No, it's not what they meant.
This isn't even the ocean.
This
Why
guy
don't you take a
knows.
little peek? Just see if anybody's coming down there.
Good idea. I'll try
I'll be
again.
right here.
Gothis, don't let me go. As Lars kind of shimmies down a little bit, trying not to fall off the embankment into the water, looking around the corner.
I'm gonna grab your arm just in case. If you shout, I will just pull you back immediately.
I like that idea.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Do I have to roll for anything on that? Just perception again, I guess.
Yeah, just perception again.
Okay, I've got a +1 to that, so we'll roll. And
Oh,
I'm way too startled to see anything.
Yeah,
Just
if-
after the flood, like my adrenaline double.
oh my God! Yeah, if your body was a lightning rod for adrenaline before, now it is actively being like electrified. You are so wired. You cannot focus on anything.
Gothis, I'm sorry, I can't see anything. Everything is like spinning and jumping at me. The shadows are moving. I feel like they're gonna get me. Can you just pull me up? Pull me up! Pull me up!
Yeah,
Please,
come on.
please.
I got you.
All right.
Good.
So this is a good right here. This area here, this passage. It's difficult terrain, so it takes 2 squares of movement for every square you try.
Okay.
So you
Gothis,
are
you s-
over. You guys are a. You guys are both over 100 pounds, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Let me check. What's I can check my inventory. Was that where my weight would be?
No, you don't have a weight. I'm just like going based off of like.
Oh,
height
just
and
character's
weight.
weight. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
By himself, Lars is about
Okay.
162 pounds.
So Unlike the chimney, this path looks pretty fragile. It's not one single mass of rocks. It looks like it's actually quite a few different rocks, kind of stacked and balanced together. It looks a bit iffy, like not super.
So it's a miracle that it didn't slide out from under us when we jumped on it.
Well, this part right here is more just kind of a jumble of rubble that's on the floor, but this ledge is mostly held up by loose rock.
Hmm.
What do you think? Do we risk it, or do you want to just keep walking forward?
I mean, we could give it a try. I think I have less over. If one of us were to fall, it would probably hurt less for me. Maybe. Oh, I don't know what I'm saying.
Hey,
How about-
Albertine, what say climbing back up here to have a peek like we did earlier?
Albertine raises an eyebrow and strokes his non-existent beard, and then like nods in the affirmative. Yeah, because he explains that the two like characters he saw were the two deceased characters there now.
Yeah, we're these two.
Yeah, so theoretically it would be doable. These two do not know what you are doing unless you communicate it to them.
Where's Toa? Speaking of, where's Toa and Albertine, Garthus? Did they get washed away? Did you see where they
No.
went?
I didn't catch where they went. I was too busy running.
So basically, I just want Albertine to check it and come back to me, and I can figure out if I want to go up and talk to Lars and stuff about it. Assuming they're still over here somewhere.
Okay. So you yell to them or something?
No. Well, I want to see what
He wants Albertine to go first, so.
Okay. Albertine is anxious about what the other two are doing. Doesn't want to, like, split up, as they say.
Okay, well, I can go poke out and see where they are first, if that's what we want.
He nods vigorously.
Okay, let's go do that first. So I kind of poke my head out and kind of now see Lars dangling.
Is that you?
But keep your voice down. Yeah, me and Albertine didn't get washed away.
Oh, thank the heavens.
How do the rocks look, Garthus?
I don't feel safe climbing these. They could crumble out from me at any moment. So,
Okay,
we either continue...
Albertine says the bugbear here is what he saw earlier, so maybe the other way might be a better way to go at this time.
Sure, if you think that's a better option, we can give it a go.
We can at least try to climb up and look.
I'm inclined to agree with that. I don't think going this way is advisable.
You're inclined to incline. Understood.
Inclined to recline.
Jokes, Garthus! I know you're trying to make me feel better, but it's not working. I'm already on edge. I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna.
What was that? I think I heard them saying third flood.
What?
What? No, nothing. Let's just go over there.
Okay. He shimmies to the edge and takes a leap, barely landing, slipping a bit and falling into the rock, but otherwise harmless jaunt.
Okay. All right.
Unless you want me to actually roll for that.
No, don't worry about it.
All right.
Because it is slippery. I did jump to it.
Oh. Am I floating? I am floating. I'm a wizard.
Oh, I didn't mean to pick Clark up.
He's doing like a Spider-Man brace on the cave wall in his like 50 pounds of armor.
Lars steps cautiously over the extremities of the slain Clark and kind of cowers behind the stalagmite here, trying to avert his eyes.
All right, and gentlemen, that brings us to time. So okay. This is where we will start up.
Hey, we didn't die!
Yeah, you're chipping away at it. I have a feeling we're going to be in this cave for a while. Everybody gets 62 XP for the fights you guys were in today.
Oh, okay. I got to figure out how to add that to this.
Just right at the top.
Level up.
Yeah.
62, you said?
62, yep.
There we go.
All right.
Did mine save last time? Because I don't think it did.
You were at 25.
Okay.
And then
Gotcha.
you get 62 for defeating Clarg and Ripper.
I don't remember getting any XP from the last session, so this is basically the only thing I get.
Yeah, so you should be 213 XP away from next level.
Oh, well, then I gotta add that last one then, because I didn't get that.
So, hold on, where should we be at, you said? 216 to next level?
No, 213.
13.
Yep. All right, and I will go ahead and shut things off. That is it for this session.